Good morning, boys and girls. It's Monday again. Are you ready for your math? Yes, you are. You're ready. And you have, let me tell you what you need right now. You need graph, beach, and it's lesson 12.11. So I hope you have that out and a sharpened pencil. We're ready to go. We're going to review and we're going to go ahead and complete this paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and review and count by twos. Okay, all the way from 2 to 100. Ready? Here we go. You can get up and you can stretch with me, or you could just sit down and count in your mind, whatever you want to do. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. We're halfway done. 52, 54, 56, 58, 50, 60. 62, 64, 66, 68, 60, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 90. Ah, got you again. It's 100. Did you count with me? I was trying to trick you, wasn't I? You are too smart for me. You got it. I'm so proud of you. Now we're going to get out our pencil and we're going to complete this paper right here. Let me share my screen with you. And here we go. We're having a fabulous morning so far. I know you are. And you are on fire. We are almost done with Kinder A. And you are ready for the next grade. And you're so smart. Okay, so you guys remember that these are graphs, right? And this time we're going to look at the graph. What are they graphing, boys and girls? Look at the bottom of the graph right here. Well, that's pictures of what? Of different kinds of boats, right? So when you're graphing, that means that you are, in this case, they want to know what kind of boats, how many boats, different questions that they have regarding the different kinds of boats that you see there on the graph. You need to find the answer by looking at what they have graphed for you. And we've looked at these pictographs, right? They're pictures of boats in this case. So you know in this kind of graph, it's starting from, the bars are starting from the bottom up. Remember that I've taught you, like when you're piling blocks, when you're in class and you're piling one block on top of the other, this is the way that you're going to graph, right? You're starting from the bottom up. It's not from the left to the right. Some of them are like that, but this one, you are graphing from the bottom and you're going upward, okay? So first of all, let's talk about the different kinds of boat. This one right here that I'm circling is a tugboat. Now, tugboats are, they look very, very small, but they actually are especially made to pull heavy, big ships sometimes when they something happens to them and their engine stops working, or they crash, something like that happens, and they're way out in the deep ocean. They call these little tugboats, and they're kind of like tow trucks. You know, when a car breaks down and they send a tow truck and they pull it, or they put the car on top of the big truck, and they take it away, right? Because it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't run. So it's the same thing. These tugboats, actually, they tie these really heavy chains to the ship that doesn't work, and they tug it into the shore and they fix it. And they have people that work on boats. That's what a tugboat is. Like, it's a water tow truck. Okay? All right. So, oh, this is kind of like a canoe, a long boat. Those kind of boats do not have engines, right? They don't have motor to it. So what they do is, what do you do to make them go? People, they have oars, and they put their oars on the water, right? Their paddles, and then they paddle it to make the boat move. Okay, so that is another kind of boat. And this is a sailboat. And sailboats, how do they move? Do they have engines? No. Do they have, do you use a paddle for that? A oar? Mm-mm. What you do is you raise that big sail, right? That material that's special, it's thick and it doesn't, most of the time you will not get a hole through it, right? If it's really windy, that's a good thing because the wind helps the sailboat move and it doesn't pollute the air, right? There's no smoke, nothing pollutes the air because it's moved by God's wind, right? God created the wind and then man, it through God's ideas, he created this idea, man, of the sailboat, right? He raised a sail and boom, it moves beautifully, no noise, nothing, and it doesn't pollute God's world. Now, this is a speedboat. Those go super fast, right? They're fun. They're fun. And those have a special kind of a motor and engine, and boom, it just goes super fast through the waves. And those are for people that love to just speed, right? Those must be fun to go on too. Okay, so now you have 4 kinds of different boats, understand? And then each of them have a rectangle. You see the rectangles. Remember we talked about each rectangle represents something. In this case, they want to they're going to represent whatever questions that they're asking. So it says read the graph and color in the circles to answer the questions, right? So let's read the questions. Here we go. It says number 1, which is the greatest number of boats? So in this case, they're talking about how many boats are there. Each rectangle is going to represent how many boats there are. So in of each, right? So let's see, it says which is the greatest. So I'm going to underline that word, greatest. Greatest means the most amount in this case, most amount of boats. Well, remember when you read a graph, you can also look at the side, they have numbers, you see that? So if you don't want to count how many rectangles going 1, 2, 3, you could just put your finger on the side, on the left side, it has a number, and then move your finger across to see where it stops, where the rectangle stopped, that pillar, right? Each of the, not rows, but each of the pillars goes up and down, the columns, right? How many are filled in? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to see how many there are, the greatest. So let's take a look at the tugboat. How many tugboats are there? 3. Look, remember I told you you can go this way. You can say 1, 2, 3, or you can go to the left and say, okay, it stops at the 3. So 3. So the tugboat has 3. You can write a 3 if you want, just so you can remember. If you look at the graph right away, you can see which one has the least and which one has the most, the greatest and the least. But if you want to count them, that's fine. The canoes have how many? If you go to the canoe, oh, it has 8. So this one has 8. And the speedboat has, it's the green one. Oh, it goes all the way to 10. So which one has the most? Yes, you're right. So the speedboat has the most, the greatest. That's what they call it. So you're going to take your little pencil and color that in. Got it? Has the most because it has 10. 10 is greater than 3, the tugboats, and it's greater than 8, which is the amount of the canoes, right? Got it. Now let's go look at number 2. It says, which is the fewest? Okay, look at this word, fewest. I'm going to underline it. Fewest means the opposite of greater. Fewest means the least amount of boats. So let's see. The sailboat has 7. Look, 7. Right here, it stops at the 7. The speedboat, remember we said it had 10. And then See? So right here it has 7. This one has 10. And then what does the tugboat have? 3. So which one has the fewest? That means the smallest amount. What is the smallest amount? 3, 10, or 7? 3, you're right. So the tugboat is the one that you're going to fill in the bubble. Okay. And then number 3, it says, how many more? How many more? Okay, so let's work on this together. So first you're gonna find the boat, the canoe, the 2 boats that they want you to compare. So here are the 2 of them, canoe and the tugboat. So here's the tugboat. The tugboat has 3, and the canoe, boys and girls, has 8. All you have to do to see the difference between how many more it has is just draw the line all the way across like this. Let me do that again because that's sloppy. All the way. Okay. So you see how the tugboat has only 3? You see that? You following me so far? But look, how many more does the canoe have? That means you're going to count. After that line right there, you're going to keep counting. You're going to actually count how many. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many more of those rectangles are filled in after the line right there on top of that line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 more. Again, let me repeat that again. So this is where this is how many tugboats there are. But look, how many more on top of that line? How many more additional canoes are there? So these many more. How many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there it is, 5. You see, there are 5 more canoes than there are tugboats. That's what they wanted to know. So you're going to fill in the little, right there, that little bubble next to the 5. Okay, I hope you understand that. If not, your mommy can explain it more, or whoever's there helping you. Or you can call me, okay? I'm always here for you. All right, let's go over here. So do you see this in the back, flippity floppity? It says, read the graph and write the numbers and subtract. So again, you have to use this graph to tell you to answer your questions, or so you can work out these problems. First, you have to write the number problems, right? Depending on the fish, because this graph is about fish now. And on the left, oh, it's different from the last graph. Remember the one in the front? The pictures of the boat are at the bottom. Remember we stacked them? But this time, this graph, the pictures are on the left side. See that? And we're talking about fish. So when you're graphing, you're not putting on top of each other. You're not stacking. You're going this way in this case. You're starting next to that little picture. Whatever it is, in this case it's fish. So you're starting there. Here we go. And now we're talking about these beautiful colored fish. There's 4 of them. Aren't they beautiful? God makes such beautiful creatures, right? Who would be able to make these fish these color except God, right? Only God can make these fish this brilliant and beautiful. Okay, so let's see. We have the green fish. Now look at here. Down here, they want you to count how many of those squares. That means there's that many green fish. That means each square represents 1 green fish. So let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? 6. So you're going to write a 6 down here. I'm going to write a 6. Let's go ahead and do this way. I'm going to do this. So there's 6 green fish, okay? 6 green fish. I'm going to use 6 green. Now look here how beautiful this other fish is. It's like a, is that a red fish? Yes, red fish, right? So let's look for the red fish right here. How many fish are they? The red fish are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 4. So you're going to write 4 right here. That's the math problem. That's the number problem that you wrote. Okay? So they say 6 minus 4 equals what? 6 minus 4. So let's see. I'm going to have 6 of these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Take away 4. Ready? I'm going to take away 4. How many is left? I took away 4, right? You had 6. And now I take away 4. And there's 2 left. So that's what your answer is going to be. So you're going to write 2 right here. Got it? Okay, good. Now we're going to go to the next one, number 2. You're going to look at an orange fish and the purple fish. So an orange fish, how many do they have? Let's see, let's change this. How many are there? How many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You remember how we looked at the number on the left on the other graph and we walked across? This time the numbers are at the bottom, so you're going to go up. You see how it stops at the 8? So 8 squares, 8, you can go ahead and look at for the 8. It goes up. Yes, there's 8 orange fish. So you're going to write an 8. Remember, you can write like a snowman looking 8. It's okay. Okay. Now we're going to look for the purple fish. How many? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. See the number 5? Yep, you're right. So 5 right here. Be careful not to make the 5 backwards. So now you're saying 8 minus. Remember, this symbol is a minus. So you have 8 minus 5, right? 8 minus 5. So I'm going to put 8. It doesn't matter if they're a different color. Let me see. So here's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take away 5 because they want me to take away 5. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are left? 3. So you're going to write a 3 right there. 3. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. Got it? 8 fish minus 5 fish equals 3 fish. Let's do the last one. So you need an orange. You need to look at the orange one, and you need to look at the red one. Okay? So let me see here. It stopped sharing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to look at the orange fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to write it orange 8, like the one on top. And now we're looking at a different color, though. We're looking at red. So how many red ones are there, boys and girls? Did you say 4? Yes, 4. So now they want you to 8 take away 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll just put a red one to make 8. There's 8 connecting cubes. And they want you to minus, remember, take away, minus 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are left? Do you see that? There are 4 left. So 8 take away 4 is 4. You got it? Okay. So I hope you liked this paper. I think it was really fun, and I like the beautiful colors. And you're learning how to minus still. So you take away. Use anything you have at home to help you through this paper if you did not follow along all the way through with me. Okay? I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye. I love you.